All right, so this was the last part, kind of reviewing all of the things that we talked about today, the factors that affect reactions at equilibrium. So we're going to look at this last example in your notes. List conditions to make a high concentration of NH3. Then it says we want to go forward or the right. We want to go forward or to the right. Why? Because NH3 is on the right side of the equation. All right, here's our left side, our reactants, our products are on the right. So we want the product to shift right. So, and all of the things that we're looking at, that's going to be our goal. What can we do to the reaction to shift right? So, concentration. What can we do to make it shift to the right? So the first thing, if we increase the concentration of N2 or H2, right, it shifts to the opposite side if we add more of it. So that would shift to the right. So if we increase concentration of N2 or the concentration of H2, that would cause that would shift, right? Because we're increasing, we're adding more, it'd shift to the opposite side or to the right side. A reaction. Okay, you know, some of you might say, well, we can remove some and it's going to shift back. But, right, if we're removing some, we're not really increasing the concentration of it. We're removing it and then compensating and making more of it. So removing that would not be good for concentration. We'd want to increase the concentration of our reactants to cause that opposite shift to the opposite side. All right, temperature. All right, so this one tells us our temperature is in the equation. It's on the product side. So what can we do to keep the shift to the right? If we increase temperature, it's going to shift to the opposite side, which would be left, which we don't want. So we're going to decrease the temperature, which would shift to the same side, right, or right, the right side would stay right. So we'd want to decrease the temperature so it shifts back to the right. All right, pressure, here's my fun one, right? We have, so the first thing you'll want to do is you'll want to know how many moles of gas you have on each side. We have 4 moles of gas on the left, and we have 2 moles of gas on the right. And remember, we want to shift to the right side, aka to the side with less moles of gas. So we want to shift to the right, which is the side that ends up with less moles of gas. How do we do that? We increase pressure. So we're going to increase pressure, which is going to end up causing that shift away from the side with more moles of gas or towards the side with less moles of gas. And then our last factor is catalyst. A catalyst will not cause any shift, right? It only makes the reaction go faster. All right, make sure that you guys have read that last section of the text, and hopefully this helps.